Hello Stampers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wanted to share with you a cute card that I made. I've been on a quilting kick lately, and since I lack the time to make a real quilt, a quilted card is going to have to do for me. And I had a lot of fun making this, and I have two others I want to share with you, so keep watching my videos to see more. So without further ado, we will get started. This card is made with the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper, which is 15% off during the month of August. So be sure and check that out, and also the other Designer Series paper that's in the main catalog. And you can find that on my website, which I'll put a link in the description. Love it if you could order some and make this really cute card with pretty limited supplies. All right, so first of all, let's get started. I wanted to go ahead and stamp the sentiment, and I thought I'm going to actually do two cards on this video. First of all, I'm going to just do the thanks, which I got out of the Spotlight on Nature set, which is a great set. I have some videos on that set of cards that I made, but I like this sentiment thanks because it's just really nice. This got a nice font and it's a nice size. Then the other one I thought I would make, I took out of the Unbounded Love. Give that in a little more ink. You're a True Blessing, which is super nice for thank you cards too, which is kind of what I'm low on right now, so that's why I'm making these. Of course, you could change up the sentiment, but I got that out of Unbounded Love, which has a lot of really nice sentiments. It's one of my favorite go-tos lately. And then I also want to, so I'm going to die cut these, and I'm also going to die cut the little white flowers. For the white flowers, I'm going to use these dies, which are the Country Flower dies. I have some videos on that stamp set as well. It's a really fun one, and just really loving all the floral stuff lately. It's kind of been my thing. So, all right, so I'm bringing in my cutting and embossing machine, and I'm going to take, this is from the Stylish Shape dies. I'm going to take this one, which I use a lot. Oh my word. And I want to cut out this thanks, and I'm going to cut out some flowers. This is kind of nice because it cuts out 3 at once. So for the die, for the sandwich, it's going to be the one plate, which is the thin white plate, and the 2 acrylic plates. And so remember I said I was going to do 2 cards, so I'm going to cut out another one. So that's my thanks right there. And 3 flowers, which you can't even see. There they are. And I'm going to have to pop them out, it looks like. But they have little holes, so it's really easy to do that. So you can't even see me, sorry. I'm going to go over here, pop, 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 out they come. Oops, my finger was on that one, so it didn't come out. All right, so there is that. And I'm going to do it again and do the other sentiment because I'm going to make 2 cards. And that's the You're a True Blessing. And if you notice, I'm cutting these out toward the side because I want to put a flower or the bunny on the right hand side. So there we go, 3 more flowers. And truly, that's about the most difficult thing on this card. It's so easy. Quick and easy and cute. And you feel like a quilter. Like that's a win-win. All right, perfect. So I'm going to set this off to the side for now. I'm going to bring it back in later to show you my second version of this card. There's that. And my 3 flowers, which are super cute. I love the stitching on these flowers. All right, I'll get that out of the way. I always like to put my dies back on my magnetic plate. Otherwise, they just somehow end up, I don't know, sticking to the magnet on my phone or who knows what. They always just manage to disappear. So All right, so sorry about that little bit of housekeeping. So to do this card, I used a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of basic white cardstock and scored it at 4 1/4. And now I'm just going to take my bone folder and give it a nice crisp edge. And then this color is, oh wow, it just flew out of my brain. I think it's boho blue. I'd have to go searching. No, it's Misty Moonlight. There we go. Okay, brain just came back in. All right, so this is Misty Moonlight, and it is 4 1/8 by 5 1/4. So yeah, there it is. All right, because I just wanted a really skinny little edge around it, and that's what I got. All right, so I cut ahead and cut out these squares. They're 1 1/4 inch squares. If you have a punch that's 1 1/4 inches, that works well. And that's honestly what I did for the bunny, because the paper, like, you have to get to the bunnies, so you end up wasting a little bit of paper, but it's totally worth it to get the bunnies out of there. But the rest of these squares you can just cut out with your paper cutter, and they're just 1 1/4 inch. And what I like to do when making this card is, first of all, just set the squares down and see where I'm gonna glue them, to see what the spacing should be, and that looks pretty good to me. And the best way I found to do this is to use my multi-purpose glue, because it's a little bit forgiving and you can wiggle it around, line things up. If you use a different adhesive and you don't put the square down perfectly, you're just pretty much out of luck. So that's why I like to use the glue. And there we go. That looks good. And then you just start gluing. That looks good. And see how I can just maneuver it a little bit. You've got about, I don't know, a couple seconds to do that. I guess I could get this on the video. And you see that little bunny got his head chopped off, but we're using the other side, so that's okay. That one can go right there. So I've kind of had a break here in my videos. I really had planned to get a lot done this summer as far as just catching up my videos, but my son just got married a week ago, and pretty busy with that. But we're pretty thrilled. Love his new wife, my new daughter-in-law, and she's so kind to my special needs daughter, and we're just really thrilled about the match. So, and even better, they're going to live here in our town, and they're not moving away. They both got jobs working as nurses, and we couldn't be more excited, really. So that's kind of what's been going on in my life, aside from watching my cute little granddaughters, who are 2 and 4, and just, they're always so much fun. They just do such silly things. Really crack me up. So what a blessing to be involved in your grandchildren's lives like I am. And with the 2-year-old, we're now into the potty training phase, which is kind of funny too. Like I said, she's pretty silly. So, very cute little girl. Well, they both are. All right, so that's it. You just glue on those squares. And then we'll finish it. I'm going to set this one aside for a minute and let it dry. And I wanted to show you, we're going to use that one like that. But the other one, like I said, we're going to do 2. I thought I would go ahead and quilt it. So I went ahead and already did want this dried. You want to let the glue dry probably before you do this, so you don't get any glue on your plates. And there we go. Now I'm going to take off the one plate, this skinny little white plate. You can't even hardly see it, but it's real skinny. It comes off when you use the specialty embossing folder. This is for the 3D embossing folders, and this is that one. I think it's got, yeah, it's a number 4 plate and the number 1 plate. That's all you use for this. And I thought I would try the distressed tile. I thought that would be interesting and see how that works. So this is actually my second distressed tile embossing folder, because the first one I ran through the wrong way. And the wrong way is when you don't put this fold this way, but you put it this way, and it popped the hinge and ripped it open. And I did try taping it down, but it just, I mean, and it worked okay, but I don't really like I'm a demonstrator. I don't really like showing my customers the taped up embossing folder. So yeah, there we go. So we're going to see what the difference looks like. There it is. And yeah, I like that. That is really gorgeous. So you can, in the comments, tell me which one you like better. Here's the original one without that, and here it is with it. It's pretty fun. I mean, if you were going to quilt, you would definitely, you know, sew some kind of pattern on top. Not that I'm an expert quilter, because I'm certainly not. Always wanted to quilt, but I just hear that making quilts is incredibly time consuming, and that's just not something I have a lot of. So I have other priorities. So, but I can make a quilted card, and it's quick and it's gorgeous and satisfies my creative, fills my creative outlet. I don't know how to say that. Guess I could put this on a video. So I'm just putting glue on the back. I like to put a square around and not too close to the edge, and then a little in the middle so there's no gapping. And that is the wrong size card. Let's get this one. That was just sitting on my table, and now I know why. That was for a different card, and now has glue all over the front of it. All right, so we are in the final stages here. Let's see if I can find some stamping dimensionals. I just used up my other pack, and so I need a new one. These things are great. I use a lot of stamping dimensionals. And so I'm going to do on this one, You're a True Blessing. And I'm just going to put one on each side. They're really nice because they have adhesive on both sides, which makes it super easy. Just peel off the little piece of paper on the back, paper backing, and put it on your card. And I kind of liked it here on this, right here between these two, and I put the apex of that shape. I have no idea what that shape's called. I should know, but I don't. Right there. And so that one's You're a True Blessing. This one's going to say thanks. Because I'm pretty much out of thank you cards, which is pretty shocking because I have a lot of cards just lying around just from making my videos, and also with my stamp club. So I end up making a lot of cards, and I probably should start selling them on Etsy. I don't know. I thought about it, but never actually pulled the trigger on that. And now I would like to find my glue dots, which are, who knows, oh, there they are, yay. All right, so found them in my bucket, my glue dots. This is the newer style where they put the glue on the back instead of on the roll. Not sure which I like better, but it doesn't really matter because this is how it is. All right, so I'm going to put this on down here. And I'm going to, these, so using a big one and 2 little ones. I really like using glue dots for these little elements. I mean, you could use glue, but then it would be oozing out of these little etchings and kind of be messy. So I don't like to do that. So I'm doing, if you notice, 3, which in designing you want to do work in 3s or odd numbers anyway. And I did kind of a triangle. That was kind of my thought process in designing this card. So you get a little visual triangle. So 3 whites and a triangle. Sure that has some fancy name, but all right, if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support. A kind comment makes my day, so please take a minute to do that. I'd really appreciate it. And then the last thing we need to do, oh, there's 2 things to do. All right, so I did some fussy cutting of the bunny, and here it is. I've got another bunny here. Oh, there he is. All right, so I did put the bunny on there. I think I will glue him. So I'm just going to put a little glue here. Put a bunny there. So we have another visual triangle going on, 3 bunnies. I'm going to twist him a little. There we go. Like, how cute is that? It's really cute paper. When I first got it, I didn't realize, there were little animals in there. Like, and you'll see in the other 2 cards, there's little birds and there's foxes. So really quite perfect for a quilted card. All right, so there, and then the last thing we need to do is use the metallic enamel effects. I'm sorry, pearlized. So this is the white. Kind of funny, my stamp club made this card yesterday, and we looked everywhere. We could not find the white, but I distinctly remember bringing it up from downstairs because we work in my kitchen, and I stamp in my basement usually, and searched all over, and one of our ladies had left, and at her place setting on her piece of scrap paper, she had like a white dot. So we're like, okay, we know that she at least used it. So I texted her. I'm like, hey, friend, did you happen to take my enamel effects? Because honestly, it kind of looks like a glue bottle, right? It's about the same size. And come to find out, she had inadvertently taken it. So that was kind of funny. But there's my finished card. And be sure and watch the other 2 that I'm going to publish in the next couple of days. And have a great day. Bye.